Greetings, my friends. Happy Saturday to all of you. Friends, they are making big changes. Many economists and lawmakers are now coming together to establish a new relief plan that would help low-income households. Monthly payments of $500 may begin to go out starting next year. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out if you may be eligible for this relief. Also, I will be giving away a $50 Walmart gift card every day this month of December. If you would like to enter these giveaways, all you have to do, my friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these daily giveaways. In the United States, there is a $5 million fund from which Americans could receive a much-needed $500 stimulus check. This is happening in the state of Missouri, specifically in the city of St. Louis, and these checks are directed at families with low income. Mayor Jones was the one who made the announcement just recently. She stated that the city already made plans to send cash to hundreds of families who are not going through a good time. She said the city already has plans to send cash to hundreds of families who are struggling financially as they withstand inflation rates and economic issues during this crisis. The bill that was presented is calling for the state to spend $5 million in funds that are coming from the federal stimulus package. They are requesting the federal government to agree on sending $500 monthly payments to thousands of St. Louis families for the next year and a half. The idea is for this program to begin as soon as it's approved and continue happening until the year 2024. The program is not approved just yet, but a green light would mean that eligible individuals would be those with low income who are either parents or guardians of children in public city schools. It is a great chance for the city of St. Louis to offer support to working parents and their children. This initiative has been met with some pushback, and there are still some steps that need to be taken in order to get these payments to the hands of St. Louis families. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this proposed plan? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. The economy has set off emergency sirens this year over growing recession fears, sky-high inflation, and a battered stock market. But one area that has diminished worries are jobs. Hiring last month exceeded expectations and defied warnings of a downturn. In November, wages grew a blistering 5.1% compared to 1 year earlier, offering welcome relief for workers who are strained by price hikes. However, some economists told ABC News that the hiring boom could help send the economy into a prolonged downturn. A top job market fuels rising wages, which often put companies to raise prices just to make up for the added costs. In turn, inflation worsens and recession risks rise. Many economists said that in addition, rising wages have offered less to workers than they appear to have at first glance, since some income gains have trailed the pace of inflation, effectively slapping workers with a pay cut. Robust job growth could deepen inflation, but it's not the primary cause of the current bout of high prices. Like so many economic problems, inflation comes down to an imbalance between supply and demand. A crisis-era supply chain bottleneck dramatically slowed the delivery of goods that people wanted, so in turn, demand far outpaced supply, sending prices skyward. This year, price hikes reached a 40-year high, triggering an aggressive series of interest rate hikes from the Federal Reserve that is meant to slash demand, slow the economy, and also curb costs. Price increases for some goods have also cooled but remain highly elevated. Alongside this issue was a shortage of workers. A speedy recovery from the crisis-induced recession caused a hiring blitz, but employers struggled to find workers. When facing high inflation, policymakers ultimately fear what is referred to as a price-wage spiral. in which a rise in prices prompts workers to demand raises that help them afford goods and services, which in turn pushes up prices. Economists said that seeing a relatively small workforce and strong wage growth, the Federal Reserve will likely continue its series of rate hikes to ward off a worst-case scenario of spiraling price increases, while preventing a prolonged bout of inflation that was last seen in the 1980s. The continued interest rate hikes will put further brakes on the economy and increase the likelihood of a recession next year. Dear friends, do you think that the U.S. economy is headed into a recession? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Well, my amazing and dearest best friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for joining me here every day and watching these new videos that I do post. Friends, I want you to know that I greatly appreciate every single one of you. The winner of today's Walmart gift card giveaway is Lloyd Powell. Congratulations, my dear friend. To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you can message me on my Facebook page. Friends, this is a reminder that I'll be giving away another Walmart gift card tomorrow. So please enter as many keywords in the comment section below of any video of mine that you watch. And do stay tuned for that video. Thank you and have a wonderful and blessed weekend.
And surging inflation are a huge worry for middle-class families. Every survey confirms it. Every conversation confirms it. Over the last 12 months during this economic recovery, the average American worker earned a 3.6% raise. But inflation has risen so steeply that it's turned that into a nearly 2% pay cut. Remember, at the beginning of the year, the Biden administration inherited a historically strong economic trajectory. Thanks to the smart, targeted, bipartisan policies we passed last year, our economy was primed to get millions of Americans back to work with competitive pay while consumers unleashed pent-up demand. But alas, that was before Democrats decided to pour $2 trillion into a long list of liberal pet projects and insist on making it less appealing for workers to actually go back to work. Today, essentials like gas and groceries have gotten more and more expensive. Bigger purchases consumers had put off during the pandemic are getting even further out of reach. Across the country, working families and employers alike are feeling the pinch. An effective tax increase on both the wages and the savings of the middle class. Now, our colleagues weren't flying blind. They weren't naive. They knew they were passing what the White House Chief of Staff said was designed to be the most progressive domestic legislation in a generation. And they knew the risk, which one liberal economist described as, quote, inflationary pressures of a kind we have not seen in a generation. Sure enough, inflation just clocked the fastest year-on-year increase since 2008. But apparently, according to President Biden himself, the solution is, listen to this,